Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking you from financial paralysis straight into empowered action. Look, we all know debt is incredibly stressful. It's the kind of thing that literally keeps you up at night, right? Just the constant suffocating weight of owing money while watching interest pile up. But here is the honest truth. Getting out of debt is absolutely possible, no matter how deep in it you might feel right now. Today, we're breaking down a clear step-by-step roadmap to eliminating your debt completely. To really show why we need a solid plan, just look at this staggering reality. Say you have a $5,000 credit card balance at a 20% interest rate. If you only make that minimum monthly payment of $100, it's going to take you over 7 years to pay it off. And the worst part? It'll cost you over $3,500 in interest alone.
But hey, don't panic. We have a highly structured game plan to conquer this. Today, we're going to walk through 6 steps: the heavy cost of debt, stopping the debt cycle, choosing your payoff strategy, accelerating that payoff, mapping out the real timeline, and finally, what life looks like after debt.
All right, let's jump right into step 1, the heavy cost of debt. This is where you see the real trap. Because of that $3,500 in interest we just talked about, a simple $5,000 balance quietly transforms into an $8,500 burden. You're basically paying back nearly double what you originally borrowed. This is exactly why getting out of debt as fast as humanly possible has to be the goal. That money belongs in your pocket, definitely not the bank's. Moving on to step 2, stopping the debt cycle. The very first move here is to stop digging the hole deeper and take a hard inventory of exactly what you owe, tracking the name, balance, interest, and minimum payment for every single debt. But wait, before you go super aggressive on paying that down, there's an absolute must-do prerequisite. You have to build a starter emergency fund of $500 to $1,000. Why? Because without a cash buffer, every unexpected expense, like, a flat tire that magically happens the exact week you decide to get your finances in order, goes right back onto the credit card. It completely undoes all your hard work. Once you've got that buffer in place, you've got to stop the bleeding, meaning absolutely zero new debt. Stop using credit cards for everyday spending. Switch over to cash or a debit card so you're only spending money you actually have. Go ahead and delete your saved credit card info from your browser and favorite shopping sites. Create that friction. And hit unsubscribe on all those tempting shopping emails. You simply can't dig yourself out of a hole if you're still holding a shovel.
All right, step 3, choosing your payoff strategy. It basically comes down to the snowball versus the avalanche.
You really have 2 primary paths to choose from here. The debt snowball method focuses heavily on the psychology of quick wins to keep your motivation sky high. On the flip side, the debt avalanche method is all about pure mathematical efficiency and saving the absolute most money on interest.
Let's unpack the snowball method first. If you go this route, you make the minimum payments on absolutely everything, but you take every single extra dollar and throw it at your smallest balance, totally ignoring the interest rates. Once that tiny debt is gone, you roll its payment into the next smallest debt. It creates this massive momentum. Getting those quick wins gives you a tangible rush of motivation, and honestly, that's often the exact fuel you need to keep pushing when things get tough.
On the other hand, we have the avalanche method. Now, if you're highly disciplined and your main goal is to save the absolute maximum amount of money, this is your jam. You still pay all the minimums, but you target all your extra cash at the debt with the highest interest rate first. Once that's cleared, you move to the next highest rate. You end up paying less interest overall, which mathematically means you get out of debt faster.
Next up is step 4, accelerating your debt payoff. Basically, finding extra cash to speed up the whole process. Finding even an extra $200 a month can completely change your timeline. You can tackle this by slashing expenses. Canceling subscriptions you never use, cooking at home, buying generic brands, cutting back on going out. Or you can attack it from the other side by boosting your income. Pick up extra shifts, start a little side hustle, sell some stuff you have laying around the house, or offer some local services. And here is an incredible, highly overlooked way to accelerate your payoff. You can literally just negotiate your interest rate down. It's crazy how few people know this. Just brace yourself for the hold music and give customer service a call. Mention you've been a loyal customer and politely ask for a lower rate. If they shoot you down, ask for a supervisor. If you still get a no, honestly, just hang up and try again on a different day. Getting a different rep can give you a completely different outcome. Dropping your rate from, say, 20% to 15% saves you a massive amount of cash. You could also look into debt consolidation. like grabbing a lower interest personal loan, a 0% balance transfer card, or a home equity loan. But listen to me very carefully on this one. This only works if you have 100% stopped adding new debt. If you haven't fixed the spending habits that caused the problem in the first place, consolidation is just going to make things worse. You'll end up with a consolidation loan plus a mountain of brand new credit card debt. So proceed with caution.
Which brings us to step 5, the real payoff timeline. Let's look at exactly how long this journey takes when you put the math into action. The impact of your everyday effort here is just wild. Let's say you have a $10,000 debt. If you only scrape together an extra $100 a month, you're looking at 5 to 6 years. But watch what happens as you scale that up. Bump it to an extra $500 a month, and suddenly you've cut that time down to just a year and a half to 2 years. And if you go all out, hustle hard, and throw an extra $1,000 a month at it, you absolutely crush that debt in under a single year. The power is completely in your hands. Finally, we reach step 6, life after debt. It's time to focus on what's waiting for you on the other side. Because getting out of debt isn't just crunching numbers, it's a massive life transformation. People who finally become debt-free report a dramatic drop in stress and anxiety. They sleep better, their relationships improve because those endless money fights disappear. It gives you the total freedom to make career choices based on what you actually want to do, not just who pays the most. And the best part, once that debt is gone, you can take all those old monthly payments and funnel them right into investments, unlocking the ability to build real generational wealth. Look, it takes time, it takes discipline, and yeah, it takes sacrifice. But the freedom you get on the other side is absolutely priceless. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick question to kickstart your own journey. What specific debt are you working on paying off right now? Which balance are you going to ruthlessly target today to take back your financial freedom? Take that first step.